Move on now to a different story. We're taking you to Bihar. Protests taking place in Patna by BJP workers. This is over statements, in fact, poetry that was read by the RJD's Manoj Jha in Parliament. Now, we're going to bring you more context, but remember, Manoj Jha had earlier read poetry in Parliament. This is poetry that was about the Thakur community. He delivered a speech. This was during the Women's Reservation Bill in the Rajya Sabha on September 22nd, and he recited a poem in that speech. This was a poem that was originally written obviously by Om Prakash Valmiki, and it mentions Thakurs. Now, the point of the MP, the RJD MP Manoj Jha, saying that poem had been to discuss how Thakurs, according to him, subjugate minorities. That's what he'd been trying to highlight. He later said that he'd only brought up that poem, despite that he himself was a Thakur, to bring this up as an allegory, as a metaphor. However, you can see the BJP responding very angrily right now. Protests on the streets. We'll wait for a second. I believe my colleague Saurabh is with us right now to bring us more context. Saurabh, are you with us? All right, Saurabh is not with us right now. We'll continue to bring you more context and more reactions to this story. When the RJD leader had first made this statement, it had in itself triggered a row. Now, you've seen in that row a number of other opposition leaders from within the state of Bihar itself act out at the RJD leader for making this statement. For example, you'd had leaders from within the party itself also say that it didn't represent them. You also had the party MLA Chetan Anand who voices opposition. Let's take a look very quickly at what it is that leaders have to say on the ground.
देखिए, जिस तरह से लालू यादव ने एक षड्यंत्र के तहत मनोज झा को मुखौटा बना करके राज्यसभा में इस तरह का बयान दिलाया कि ठाकुर कहीं न कहीं भेले के रूप में पेश किया कि हमारे अंदर जो ठाकुर है उसको मारो। क्या मतलब? उसके अंदर ठाकुर बैठा है? अगर उसके अंदर रावण बैठा है, उसके अंदर राक्षस बैठा है, तो उस रावण को मारे, उस राक्षस को मारे, ना कि ठाकुर को मारे। अगर ठाकुर है तो हमारा देश सलामत है। ये देश में अगर ठाकुर नहीं होता, इस देश का नाम हिंदुस्तान नहीं मुगलिस्तान होता। हम मांग करते हैं कि लालू यादव माफी मंगवाए अपने राज्यसभा सांसद से।
ब्राह्मण भी होता है क्या?
नहीं, ये पूरे देश में ठाकुरों का सांकेतिक नाम राजपूतों से जुड़ा हुआ है। अगर ब्राह्मण भी है तो ठाकुर शब्द को जो भी लोग लगाते हैं, तो राजद वाले ने ठाकुर शब्द को बेइज्जत करने का काम किया। जो लोग ठाकुर को मानते हैं सबों की बेइज्जती है। मनोज झा को ये कहना चाहिए कि मेरे अंदर रावण है, मेरे अंदर राक्षस है, ना कि ठाकुर है। ठाकुर को अपमानित किए हैं। मांग करते हैं कि माफी मांगे, अन्यथा हर गली।
Okay, let's go to my colleague Saurabh. You can actually see the RJD MP Manoj Jha who made that statement on the right side of your screens right now. The BJP joining us from the streets where they're doing that protest. Let's go to my colleague Saurabh right now for more context. Saurabh, the RJD MP Manoj Jha had tried to offer a clarification for his comments. It's clear obviously from the furor in those protests that explanation has not gone down well with the BJP. Can you tell us more about the protests that are taking place right now in Patna? What is the size of these protests, for one? Can you tell us more about them, please?
This issue has erupted today, although the bite of the speech that was given by the Rajya Manoj was 5 days back, but the issue was taken up today. And today we have seen the protest that has started from Patna. We saw the effigies of Lalu
Prasad Yadav as well as Tejashwi Yadav being burnt by the BJP workers here. Some of the MLAs of BJP were here, and also the party workers are here. Now the MLAs are demanding that Manoj Jha should tender an apology. Otherwise, this protest will continue not only in Patna but every nook and corner of the state. And also, this whole issue is being criticized not only by the BJP in the state, Toya. In fact, the leaders of RJD, they are also criticizing the statement that was given by Manoj Jha. We heard how RJD MLA Chetan Anand criticized his statement, and he also demanded an apology. Now statements coming up from JDU as well. Several JDU leaders, including Sanjay Jha, who is the JDU MLC, the JDU spokesperson, who belong to that community. they are claiming that if the statement is not taken back by Manoj Jha, if he does not tender his apology, then they'll approach to the RJD top leadership to get some action against him. Now we are here joined by some of the leaders who were taking part in that protest. We have Siman Shekhar who is heading this protest in Patna. Siman ji, अगर ये प्रोटेस्ट यहाँ तक ही रुकेगी या फिर अगर जब तक रेजिग्नेशन नहीं आता है उनका या अपॉलॉजी नहीं आती है, आप लोग जो डिमांड कर रहे हैं, कहाँ तक जाएगी ये प्रोटेस्ट?
देखिए, हम लोग का डिमांड है, जिस तरह का बयान उन्होंने लोकसभा में एक जाति को टारगेट करके उन्होंने जो बयान दिया है, इसके विरोध में आज हमने आरजेडी के जो नेता हैं लालू यादव, तेजस्वी यादव का हमने पुतला दहन यहाँ पे किया है। जिस तरह का वो छोटा मानसिकता वो अपना दर्शाए है, इस तरह का उन्होंने लोकसभा में बयान दिया है, इससे हम लोगों ने इस्तीफा की भी मांग की है। और हम एक बात और करना चाहते हैं, कम से कम जो ठाकुर को बाद में वो चर्चा कर रहे हैं, उन ठाकुर को शर्म आनी चाहिए जो ठाकुर उनके दल में आज अपनी जान देने के लिए भी तैयार है। उन ठाकुरों को भी इस विषय पर सोचना चाहिए कि आप जिस दल के लिए आप जी जान लगाए हुए हैं, वो उन लोगों के नेता को आपके प्रति सोच क्या है।
So we also have Guru Prakash. He has been vocal from BJP. Guru Prakash ji, RJD claims that it is a A to Z party. Now statements coming in from Education Minister about Ramcharitmanas. Now a senior RS leader Manoj Jha has spoken against a community. How do you see this all development?
This is deeply unfortunate, and there is a history to it. The history of the party of Lalu Yadav ji, Rashtriya Janata Dal, it is the same political party. Lalu ji said, "Bura bal saaf karo," targeting a group of communities. Today, the same thing has happened. History is repeating itself. इतिहास अपने आप को दोहरा रहा है. He is giving a call for genocide. ये नरसंहार को आमंत्रण है, नरसंहार को न्योता दे रहे हैं. Like what Lalu ji said, "Bura bal saaf karo." Similarly, today, a senior leader of his political party, Mr. Manoj Jha, who also happens to be a professor at Delhi University, and being hypocritical under the garb of a poem, कविता की आड़ में छुप करके एक जाति विशेष, one particular community he is targeting. This is unpardonable, this is unfathomable, and he should apologize right away in front of the people of India. He has insulted the people of India. He has insulted not only the people of one community, but people across. And Mr. Lalu Yadav, this is the true nature, true character and true color of his political party.
How far are you going to take this whole issue?
It is for us a matter of concern. Today, as you saw, Bharatiya Janata Party and the entire leadership in Bihar, especially the Yuva Morcha, has made it very clear that we are going to go all out. You cannot give a call for genocide in 21st century. This is 2023. On the House of the Parliament, on the floor of the Parliament, giving such a shameful, embarrassing statement, who happens to be a professor. This is hypocritical, dual standard, and he must apologize in front of the people of India right away, nothing less than that.
So this is dual standard of the leader Toya. The BJP leaders are demanding his apology. Otherwise, this protest is going to take an ugly turn in the state as well as in the country. As back to you, Toya.
Okay, Saurabh, thank you for that. Manoj Jha, the RJD leader, has himself argued that he is a Thakur and he was trying to make a more nuanced point. Let's take a look now at reactions that have come into this story.
RJD के MP मनोज झा जी का ठाकुरवादी बयान एक निंदनीय है, भर्त्सनीय है, और ये कौन से समाजवाद का परिभाषा कर रहे हैं। अरे हम लोग जात की नहीं, जमात की राजनीति करते हैं। इस तरह जाति सूचक शब्दों का प्रयोग करने से समाज में विद्वेष फैलेगा। और ठाकुरों की बात करते हैं, ठाकुरों का योगदान आधुनिक भारत या भारत के इतिहास में, उनके योगदान को कौन भुला सकता है। एक से एक वीर बाकुड़ा हुए, चाहे वो किसी तरह के हम स्वतंत्रता संग्राम की बात कर लें, ठाकुरों का हिंदुस्तान के इतिहास में योगदान के लिए मनोज झा जी से ऐसे पढ़े लिखे आदमी अगर ऐसे विकृत इतिहास को अगर पेश करेंगे तो इनके विकृत मानसिकता का परिचायक है।